Hey guys, JoeFan82 here, and this video is covering the 2014 edition of the Cobra Wolf vehicle and Ice Viper figure that came with it. This was originally released in 1987, and the same mold was used for this new version for the 50th anniversary. This came in the box set Battle Below Zero, which also included the G.I. Joe Ghost Hawk vehicle and the Snake Eyes figure. In case you don't know, WOLF, W-O-L-F, stands for Winter Operational Light Fighting Vehicle. So this is an Arctic vehicle with an Arctic figure, and I thought it fitting with all this cold weather that we've been having that I do a review on this right now. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so here is the Wolf, and let's just do a little 360 here. We got the front. Side, back, on the bottom, just a little bit of molded detail there. That's about it. So we've got these skis in the front and a Cobra symbol there. Over here is the set of missiles. You push this down and the missiles pop up. There are 4 red missiles that are held in by these tabs, and you just pull on the tab and they'll come out like that. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's some molded in detail down inside there, which is kind of nice. This can fold back. There's maybe some exhaust panels here and some more molded in engine detail underneath. 2 torpedoes, 1 and 2. These are also held in by their notches. They're pretty secure. These aren't going to fall off at all. And you just pull them out like that. See, they're held in by this notch right there. That's what's underneath. You can have them slide down or just shoot off. 2 of those with the little snake mouth face there. Got the side with 2 foot pegs here and the ski. The back with some molded detail. They could have had added another little ramp here with some more foot pegs if they wanted to. The other side, 2 more foot pegs, a ski, and so this rolls on 2 plastic wheels and these fake treads, and the treads can snap underneath. You pop them out, fold them down like that. And now the Wolf is moving on only these skis. So if you live where there's snow, you could take this and put this on the snow and it'll go. I don't live where there is snow, so I can't do that. But it's a cool idea that they put in there. Oh, and we've got this gun on the top. It rotates 360 very easily. Goes all the way up. And then we've got these 2 canopies here for the driver and the other guy. And what I like about this is that these canopies close very securely. The thing I don't like is that they're a little too secure. I know, it's kind of nitpicky, but they're a little bit hard to open. Once they're open, they're kind of wobbly, just like Sky Striker. But that's okay, because you're not going to have them open that much, right? You're going to open them to put somebody in. So let's go ahead and put in the Ice Viper that came with the vehicle. Again, this is the original mold from the original G.I. Joe line. So this was designed for a vintage figure. The modern figures are a bit bigger, so we'll see if he fits. Trying to get his hands on the controls there. There we go. It's a little snug, but he fits. Looks pretty good. I forgot to mention the molded in detail inside the canopies. You can see there's a control panel here. One of the stickers went on there. And I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark. But there is some nice molded in detail here with a joystick in the middle. Let's go ahead and get another modern figure in there. We've got the version 1 modern Snow Serpent. Go ahead and stick him in. It's a pretty snug fit, as you can see, but he does go in. So there you've got it. 2 modern figures inside the Cobra Wolf. Looks pretty good. So we've got 2 modern figures. Let's check it with 2 vintage figures. I don't have any vintage Arctic Cobra figures, so in their place we're going to use a later version Dr. Mindbender. Put him in the driver's seat. Slides in much easier than the modern figure. His hands don't fit on the controls as well, though. And as you can see, he's a little loose in there. And we've got a Rock Viper. So he goes in very easily, pretty loose in there. Looks like he's taking a nap. So as you can see, 2 vintage figures fit perfect. If you've got a vintage collection and you want to add another Cobra Wolf, if you don't have one yet, this will work just fine. So now let's take a look at the figure that came with this wolf, the Ice Viper. Okay, here we have the Ice Viper. Let's take a closer look at him. Take his helmet off. So he's got a red ski mask, a not so nice expression in his eyes there. He's got a white and gray camo pattern on his uniform. Black belt with a silver buckle. Black gloves. Black boots with the gray socks there. Side holsters for his size. We'll get to those in a second. This piece with the fur and the pouches that was not molded on is loose. I'm not really sure. The point of that, I guess, maybe they didn't want to pay for new tooling for a new torso, but I don't really like it. It's kind of too loose, and I would prefer just to mold it on piece. And back peg for a backpack. So he does come with this helmet that I think looks a little better. And he comes with a set of goggles that is a little too loose on his head, in my opinion. The original figure, the goggles were molded onto the helmet, which I think would have worked better than this. This is just a little bit too loose. They come down and they're just kind of all over the place. I don't really like that. He comes with this submachine gun. Which is pretty nice. 2 size, just like the original. And 1 teeny tiny pistol. If you can get a... So, one of the problems I have with this figure is he can't, well, I guess he can hold all of his weapons, but this gun, this little tiny gun, has a peg there on the side that you can see right there. And you would think that that little peg would go into, some part of it, maybe like down here at his ankle or on his thigh, but there's no place for this gun to go. So that's a little annoying. I mean, he can't hold it in his hand, but, it goes in just fine. Now, his 2 sides are supposed to go on these brown holsters here, like this. And that's fine if you plan on not moving him around too much or sitting him down. But these things pop off, very easily. I would have liked to have had this be some kind of sheath instead of just an open holder, It just comes off too easy. So I don't really like that either. Let's look at his, I forgot his stand. The stand, the 50th anniversary gold Cobra logo, codename Ice Viper. Let's look at his articulation. His head moves 360. His arms have the standard 360 rotation there. His elbow joints are a little loose for some reason. I don't know why. They're a little bit floppy. Maybe that's, for when he's holding the thighs, he can whip them around real fast. His legs can do a split. He's got double jointed knees. He's got the 360 ankle. He's also got, I don't know if you can see that, it's the ankle joint there, which is nice. So all the standard articulation. The figure itself just feels, it doesn't feel as sturdy and strong as some of the other figures. I don't know if you can see this, like the gap here in the leg, it's not put together fully. I don't know if the plastic was different that they used for this figure, but as far as looks, if you're just looking at him, I think he looks great. He looks perfect. But when you hold him, he just feels kind of, I don't know, lighter than the other figures and not as well built. Let's take a look at his file card here. Cobra Wolf driver, codename Ice Viper. Primary military specialty, Arctic operations. Secondary specialty, transportation. Birthplace, various. Ice Viper troops are a specially trained branch of the Cobra Viper forces. To become an Ice Viper, you have to prove your endurance in marine environments as a Cobra Eel frogman, then demonstrate mechanical and technical proficiency as a Techno Viper. Only then are you trained to survive in brutal Arctic conditions. Throw in a high-fat diet, that sounds good, to help you retain body heat, and you have the perfect Ice Viper trooper. Well, it seems like a lot of work to me to become a Ice Viper. It also has the 50th anniversary symbol there. And this had to be cut off of the package. You'll see this is the plain cardboard from the inside of the box from the Battle Below Zero box set. This was not packaged, in the box. It was on the packaging, so you had to cut it out with scissors. FYI. So overall, I give this figure a B minus, C, somewhere in there. As far as looks, great. As far as actual playability with his accessories, not as strong. I mean, he goes on the stand very well. He looks great inside the Wolf, which is important. If you take him out, just watch it. If you're outside in the snow with this guy, make sure you keep an eye on his size. If they're on there, they could fall off pretty easily. That's my review for the Cobra Wolf vehicle and Ice Viper figure. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You can find me on Facebook or Google+. There are links in the descriptions to this video for those pages. And as always, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.